Right, okay, it is 6 a.m. Beautiful morning in Newquay, and then here we go, flying off to Benidorm. Alright, we've made it through security. It wasn't too bad, it was on a bit of a go slow, but about an hour. Sat in departures now. It's about 7 in the morning and we've got about 50 minutes before the flight, but even at 7 a.m, first call, port call, beer. Mainland Spain, so the flight was alright, my seat was taken, that was Sam's. We're going to get on the bus now and head over to Santos. Alright, we just arrived off the coach, and if I flip this round, that's our hotel. Absolutely massive.
Yes, that's our hotel.
Right, let's head in and have a little look. Alright, here we are, 1403. Let's see what we got. Oh, this is rather nice. I sounded really posh then when I said that. Oh, excellent. So we've got a little living room. A little kitchenette. I say kitchenette, tea and coffee making area. Obviously telly on the wall. Lovely, lovely bedroom. With obviously a bit of storage and such. And looks like there's 2 doors to the balcony. Right, let's have a look. So this is what the view's like from the 14th floor at the Sandos. Oh, it's a massive balcony. Oh, beautiful. And there's the pool. Lovely view of the pool. View down the strip there to the sea. And then gorgeous mountains up there. You cannot knock that. That's absolutely stunning. Right, gonna get ourselves unpacked and then try and grab a little bit of lunch. Alright, so we've just got back from lunch. We've just managed to grab a little bit of food prior to them closing. It's about 24 degrees at the moment, so very, very nice. And I didn't pick having a Sunday roast on my bingo card for today, but there we go. So that was lunch. Very, very nice staff down there. Can't knock them at all. And then we've just had a little look around the hotel, had a couple of beers. And then I think after a long travel day, it's going to be chilling out for the next hour or so. And then hopefully going to find a bar. I think it's called Wookey Hollow 2. It's a Liverpool Football Club themed bar. And we're going to go watch the Liverpool-Chelsea games. Come on the Reds. Well, that was disappointing. 3-1.
Wait, you have to turn around because it's coming towards us.
Oh, hang on a minute. There we go. If I go that way. Wonderful look.
That is a gimp.
That's a great outfit there, lads.
Before.
So yeah, lost 3-1. Heading back to the hotel now for a bit of dinner, and then I think we're going to head out to a couple of bars this evening. So yeah, we'll see what the night brings. Okay, so we've just got back from the strip, had a bit of dinner at the hotel, and have, gone down, I think it's the Calle Girona, just went for a little drink. It's pretty busy down there. Like I said, it's the first time for us in Benidorm, so first impressions, a lot of skinheads here, a lot of England tattoos on the chest and a lot of beer bellies out, but it's a good fun place, to be fair. We went down there earlier, had a bit of a drink, and it's been a good evening. However, it is now 1:45. Blimey, that's early. It's 1:45, so we're gonna, I think, get a bit of sleep as soon as we've been up since 5 a.m. and we will see you in the morning. Cheers. Right, good morning everybody. Day 2 here in Benidorm now. My sinuses and Sam's the same are suffering. We can kind of move past feeling a bit rough. But we weren't planning on having a bit of a pool day today. However, it is a little bit cloudy, so we'll see what today brings. We're going to go down for a bit of breakfast in a minute, see how that is. And then hopefully the weather clears up and we can have a little bit of a day just down at the pool. There it is, nobody there at the moment. But let's grab a bit of breakfast and then we'll go from there. Alright, so we've had some breakfast. Wasn't too bad, a little bit flavourless, some of the food, but there's a lot there. You get to do these self-serve pancakes, full English. So a lot of choice. I just went with a bit of full English sort of sandwich for today, but we'll keep testing it out as the days go on and just see what the niche is. But yeah, plenty of choice. All right, welcome back. It's been a bit of a long day where I've not recorded anything, but we are heading now down to the strip. Going to watch a few shows this evening. I think there's a pink one on that Sam wanted to go see, which we may be a bit late for now. And then there's a comedian and possibly a drag act a little bit later, but we'll see how we get on with it. We had a bit of dinner, Chinese night, which was nice, and the weather's been a bit naff today. It's been on and off raining, so again, not a lot to really film today, but yeah, we'll see what the strip brings.
As soon as I wake up, every night, every day, you know that it's you I need to take my blues away.
Okay, we're on our way back now. So we saw a few.
He said they saw a cat, and I was looking for a cat.
You were looking for the cat. So we saw a few shows. We saw the comedian Tony Scott. We saw a Madness tribute that were fantastic up at Cafe Benidorm, and then we also saw an Eminem tribute over at Joker's. A really good night. We've just hit a bit of a sort of a level of drunkenness where we're ready to carry on, but we're out of cash, so we're going to be heading back to the hotel now.
Make sure you bring plenty of cash. A lot of places are cash only.
Yes, absolutely. What Sam said, lots of places cash only, so if you are coming out this way, make sure you've got plenty of cash with you.
And don't trust the ATMs, they charge a lot.
They do. What Sam said again, ATMs charge a lot, so we're going to head back to the hotel now, and then we'll see what tomorrow brings. But I think we're going off to the Algar waterfalls tomorrow, which should be a nice little day out. But yeah, we'll see you in the morning. Okay, good morning everybody. So on to day 3 now. Yeah, a bit of a later rise this morning. We had a bit of a more of a heavy night out on the strip, which was a good laugh. Got back about 3 and then went down for breakfast about 9:30. But yeah, we've been down, had breakfast, and last night was a pretty good night, to be fair. It was interesting. A lot of people that are obviously doing PR for the bars and such. There's a lot of, oh, come in here for a free shot. When you say no, it's okay. What about some Charlie? Fancy some weed? So that was an interesting experience, having never been here before, but I'm sure most people are used to it from now. We've got a bit of an excursion planned today, so we're going to be heading out to the Algar waterfalls, which I've booked just through TripAdvisor. So the pickup for that's this afternoon, just about lunchtime, and then we'll see what it brings when we go down there. But until then, it's going to be a little bit of a pool day, I think, just down there, and then we'll see what the waterfalls bring. Alright, so we're just by the pool now, grabbing a little bit of food before we go. Yeah, nice little burger and fries with a bit of chilli sauce, so we'll see how that goes down before we head up to the waterfalls in a little bit. And here we are, the Algar waterfalls. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. So we've got 3 hours here. See if we're brave enough to take a dip. Right, we're going to go, I think, up to the top, work our way down. Absolutely beautiful here. If you get the chance, it's about 20 quid, booked for TripAdvisor. But yeah, it's definitely worth a visit on first impressions. But let's climb these steep steps up to the top. Here we are, view from the top, mountains, farms. It's such a far cry from Benidorm, this place. If you want a little break from the chaos that is Benidorm, yeah, I recommend a trip up here. We're going to keep climbing to the top, and then hopefully brave a dip in a little bit. So we've stopped, as it says, observe your surroundings. We looked at this one. I had no idea what again it is. No idea. Asked Sam what again it was. She had no idea. And then immediately just went, wait, you mean that thing over there that's looking right at us? That's exactly the same silhouette as the picture. Turns out it's a cardboard cutout. We both thought it was real. Right, I've braved it. It's a bit cold. To be fair, I think it's just that initial shock. I think the lady on the coach said they class it as refreshing, which I think is a nice way of saying it's bloody freezing. About a stick. What is it with men and sticks? It's a bloody good stick though. Going in. Right, there we go. 2.5 hours at the Algar waterfalls. That was great. Like I said, it's a bit of a change from the sort of the Benidorm madness, and to stand under a waterfall is something you can definitely check off your bucket list. So yeah, come to here, it's worth it for the day out. You can do the tours. Ours was about 20 quid with entry, or you can just make your own way up here, and it's about €4 I think. So yeah, well worth it for a day out, and it's something that you're not normally going to do, I think, which is, for us at least, kind of what holidaying's all about. Stepping out your comfort zone a little bit. But we're going to head back to the resort now, back to the hotel, and then grab a bit of dinner and stick around the hotel for the evening to see what they've got on entertainment wise. So yeah, we'll catch you in a little bit. Okay, so here we are, day 4. So yesterday, after the waterfalls, we didn't really get up to much after that. It was a really, really busy day. We were just wiped out, so a bit of an early night. We have been having breakfast this morning, and I think we're going to go down to the old town a little bit later, just to have a nosy around there, get a bit of culture, get away from the hustle and bustle of the new town. But yeah, just a bit of a lazy morning, and then we'll head down there a little bit later. There seems to be something going on down by the some form of cooking or drink demonstration. Woman's wearing a flamenco dress, but so yeah, we'll see what maybe pop down and see what that is, but we'll head down to the old town in a little bit, see what that brings. Alright, we're going to head down towards the old town now, see what's going on down there, do maybe a little bit of shopping, and then we're going to be heading back. We've got an Indian booked at the hotel tonight, so when you're staying there you get one free a la carte meal at the Indian. I think it's called the Taj Mahal. So we'll give that a sample later, and yeah, see how it is. For a little bit of a wander through the old town, and we're on the balcony of the Mediterranean there. Look at that for a view. So you've got the Poniente side there, and then the Levante side just over there. So we just had a look at this little info board on the castle that once stood here on the balcony. It's currently May the 7th, 2025. So that, saying that the city was founded on May the 8th, 1325. So that is nearly 700 years to the day we're here since the city was founded. What a weird world we live in, eh? So just out there, you can just see Benidorm Island. I'll zoom in a bit. And they reckon that there's an old legend where I think it was a giant may have become angry and kicked it out of a chunk of this mountain range just over here. I'm not sure which chunk it is. It could be that one there, that little square one, or there's a little bit sticking out just over there. It's a nice little legend of the area. I mean, yeah, just look out. It's a stunning scenery. And there's a nice little beach, little hidden away beach just down here by the port. Takes you away from the hustle and bustle of the Poniente or the Levante side. Looks like there's some form of wedding going down there on the balcony, or some party of some description. Great to see. Alright, I think we're going to wander back towards towards the hotel now. I did want to go down there, but it's like I said, looked like some sort of wedding party or something. Didn't want to disturb them. Looked like they were having a lovely time. But yeah, we'll wander back along the beachfront possibly, and then get ready for the Indian tonight. Tell you what, just walking back to the hotel now, like, it's a very deceiving sort of building because it's beautiful inside, like clean as you like, you know, very nicely decorated. You can't knock it whatsoever, but if you look at it from the outside, it just looks like an absolute prison. Just pure grey concrete and bars. And I tell you what though, despite that, would 100% stay there again. It's been absolutely fantastic. But you know, liquor paint and go amiss. Okay, so we've just had our Indian at the Taj Mahal, which is included with the all-inclusive here at the Sandos Benidorm Suites. It was an interesting one. I mean, it's included, so it's free. We're not paying anything for it. However, if I went to any sort of normal Indian restaurant and had that, it would have been terrible, I think. So it's a weird one. It wasn't great, but again, it was free, so I can't complain. But okay, well, I would say good morning, but it really isn't morning. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was a heavy late night last night. After we'd been to the Indian, we went to a little karaoke bar called the Black Chicken and sat in there for most of the night. Really good little bar. Sticky floors. Very sticky floors, very much a little dive bar, but very busy, and the drinks were pretty reasonable as well. I think we got 2 sort of spirit and mixers, and they were like 2 for €6 all night. So yeah, it kept us going for a little bit, and then after drinking far too much and getting a KFC on the way home, I haven't slept until about now. So I've missed breakfast, and we're going to go down and get a bit of food and a little bit for lunch, I think. But today's going to be a good one. We're going to be heading out to Benidorm. That is the animal park, and we've got I think it's a VIP experience, so we're going to be going around with like a tour guide, and they're going to be talking to us about all the animals. So I'm quite looking forward to that. I've done these animal parks loads, and they're mostly the same, whichever one you go to. But this one hopefully should be a little bit different with the tour guide. But I'm going to finish my my little can of orange, try and wake up a little bit more, and then grab a bit of food before we head out to the animal park. Okay, just arrived at Benidorm. It looks very nice. You've got the aqua park next door, but that's shut in a minute. We're going to head in with our kind of VIP tour and yeah, see what it brings. Alright, I think we're about halfway through now. Halfway through the tour. And it's been brilliant. Like, it makes you feel like a real VIP. That's what Sam said. But we're having a little drink, which was included, and a few little snacks, which were also included.
Yeah.
And we've got a bag, which was included, and a t-shirt, which was included. And yeah, a personal tour all around. There's nobody else on it either, it's just us. So excellent value for money. We'll do a full breakdown of it at the end, but yeah, it's been great so far. It's had a little break and then we'll see what the rest of it brings. Okay, so we've just got back from Benidorm. What a day, what an afternoon that was. So, as I said earlier, we did the VIP sort of tour. It wasn't much more, I don't think, than a standard ticket. So I think a standard ticket was about 30 something euros. This was 51. And with that, as I mentioned, you get like the private tour guide. You got to go into the enclosures with the animals. Got to meet dolphins and sea lions, and they gave you a discount on pictures at the end. I've done quite a few of these sort of animal parks dotted around different countries, and I think a lot of them are much the same, whereas this one was miles above the rest, purely because of that sort of VIP experience. So if you're coming out this way, like I said, I think it was 51 euros. That may change depending on when you're watching this, but it's worth the extra admission price just for that experience. So if you are coming out to Benidorm, head over to Benidorm because it was a really, really, really good afternoon. But we're gonna have a bit of a chilled night, I think, tonight, and go down for a bit of dinner, and then probably just stick around the hotel, I think. And then before we go out tomorrow night, I think we're gonna go see some more acts tomorrow, maybe Meatloaf and an AC/DC tribute, which sounds pretty good. But yeah, we'll catch up with you shortly. Alright, glorious day today. So it's a day of lazing down by the pool and cooking. There's a bit going on here today. We've got looks like a cheese and wine tasting over there, but not for me. I might have a small glass of vino in a bit, but we're gonna have a little dip in the pool shortly, and then do a bit more sunning of ourselves. Alright, here we go. Last full night, I'd say. We're going to be heading down to a bit of a Chinese. So heading out for a meal away from the all-inclusive, and settled on a Chinese. So yeah, me and Sam a little bit dressed up. We're going to hopefully have a nice meal, and then we've got a AC/DC and a Meatloaf tribute a little bit later. So yeah, it should be a good night. I'm quite looking forward to it. But we'll see how this Chinese fares. So there we go, dinner's done. That was nice, it was good. Like I said, $14.95 per portion. It was pretty reasonable. It should have been busier in there, but we're going to head down to the beachfront now before the band, and yeah, do a bit of people watching. We've just wandered down to the Avenue of Lights, which is a very pretty place. Got all of these circles going all the way down the street. Yeah, I've been down here in the day, but it's nice to see it all lit up at night. Okay, good morning again, everybody. Here we are. It's the last full day. What a great week it's been. But we're just sort of getting everything squared away together now. As you can see, all of our stuff is being packed up, getting the cases ready and such. And then we're going to go a little bit shopping today. A little bit of tat shopping. We do it every time we go away. So we've got some friends that would like, I think it was the most obscene fridge magnet they've ever seen. So we're going to hunt for one of those. I'm sure we'll find it fairly easily out here. And then we'll come back, have a little bit of dinner, and then I think later on tonight, if I can look round here without dropping my phone off the 14th floor, just up there is the Flamengo Beach Sky Bar, literally just over the road from our hotel, just up there at the top. So we're going to be hopefully heading up there for a little bit of a nice evening before we head back to good old Blighty. That's the plan for today, and yeah, last day, and then our pick-up time is ridiculous. I think we get picked up from the Flamenco Beach just over the road, and it is, I think it's 5 to 2 in the morning for a 6:05 flight back to Newquay. So it's going to be a long day and a very tired travel day tomorrow. We'll film as much as we can, but yes, that's the plan, and let's see what we can find on our little day of tat shopping. There we go. What's it? Rockstar Super Combo. We get, yeah, wings, mozzarella sticks, nugs, onion rings, and a few nachos. Accompanied by beer and a cocktail for Sam. Alright, we're just walking along Levante now. It's very, very busy. Beautiful weather. Bars are packed. We're going to head towards the old town, done a little bit of shopping, but they've got a medieval market over in a place called Dove Park, just on the other side of the Mediterranean balcony. So we're going to head that way now, see what that's got to offer. A little bit of a change of pace. But yeah, it's beautiful weather out. And lots of people. Here we go. Heading through the old town now, through the little streets. This is more authentic. I believe this might be Tapas Alley. Here we are, medieval market. This looks like it could be a bit of fun. Yeah, we'll see what they got on offer here. Then we've got obviously Dove Park. See if we can get some doves and pigeons. So many birds. That poor woman.
Food. They just chopped up. Hello, friends.
He's on the phone! He's on my head! Oh, he jumped off my head just as I turned the camera around. Come back! Oh my god. They're everywhere.
I made some friends. Hey guys. Well, that was an experience. Sam's still making friends.
I have friends. Hello, friends. Ah!
Oh my god, they're everywhere. I don't have any food for you. There you go. Like a pirate now.
I have a hat.
that was fun. I think we're going to have a look around the medieval market now. But yeah, that's something for the to tick off the list, definitely. Right, so I think we've hit the end of the market now. It's nice. I thought there'd be some shows on, but that may have been earlier in the day. A lot of the stalls seem to be closed, which is a shame.
We are very late.
And despite that, all this culture, you're never too far from Benidorm, look. Alright, I suppose we'll cruise back around the other way now and carry on with our shopping. Yeah, walking through the old town, I like this area of Benidorm. It's a lot more chilled and a bit more authentic. Saying that, we've just seen a man in a mankini being cheered on by people I don't think he knows. So you can say it's more chilled and authentic, I suppose, but no, it's nice here. It feels a bit more Spanish and a bit more in keeping with the area. So yeah, if we come back again, it might be worth coming to stay here in this part of the resort. Alright, we just had a bit of dinner and now we're going to be heading over to the Flamingo Beach Sky Bar, which is right up there. Hopefully get a nice view of the sun going down. So yeah, let's see what it's like. Perfect way to end the holiday. Okay, so we're back at home now. It's been a few days since we came back from Benidorm, and I suppose the question is, what was it like? As I said, it was the first time we've been there. It was a very interesting resort. It was an interesting place that we stayed at as well, at the Benidorm Suites. It's interesting, I'd say, because I've probably stayed at better hotels and I've probably stayed at nicer resorts. However, just despite that, the whole experience was probably one of the best ones I've had when I've been abroad, which I wasn't expecting at all. I love the resort as a whole. The beachfront was great. The old town was fantastic. I think if we go back again, which we are planning to, we're probably going to stay closer to the old town. And yeah, the nightlife was great. We like a drink, so yeah, we really enjoyed that as well. It had everything we kind of wanted, really. So would I go again? Well, as I just said, we're looking to maybe stay towards the Old Town next time and maybe take the Little One. But yeah, 100% I go again. It was reasonable, the prices were good, and we enjoyed ourselves. And that's all you've really got to think about on a holiday, isn't it? So yes, I would go again. I'd recommend other people going. The Sandos itself was a brilliant hotel. Really, really clean. The food was great. Everything was either fantastic or fine, but that's kind of what you expect with an all-inclusive. And yeah, the rooms are spacious. We've got a separate living room and bedroom, which you don't often get in a lot of places now, especially on a budget. So yeah, that's my review of Benidorm. It was a great week away. I can't wait to go back. So when we do go back, keep an eye on this space for a another video. I'll always do my best to vlog whenever we go away. So yeah, keep an eye on this space. Hit the subscribe button. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.